ready for bone-crushing fights, relentless shootouts, and savage showdowns. These aren't your average action flicks. These are the 10 most brutal, high-impact movies Netflix has to offer in 2025. We're talking raw intensity, unfiltered violence, and combat scenes that hit like a freight train. If you're into dark revenge stories, gritty heroes, and action that never lets up, this list is your next adrenaline fix. Let's get into the carnage. KO throws you into the gritty world of underground crime and redemption. After a brutal knockout ends in tragedy, a former MMA champion retreats from the spotlight, drowning in guilt. But when the widow of his opponent begs him to find her missing son, he's pulled back into a fight far deadlier than the ring. The teen has been taken by a ruthless gang ruling the streets of Marseille, and the mission to rescue him turns into a violent war. Dodging ambushes and facing brutal enforcers, the ex-fighter joins forces with law enforcement in a race against time. Packed with street-level action and raw emotion, KO is a tense, explosive thriller where every punch lands with purpose.
I need to disable your command center, so I will be getting into that room.
You want this room?
Interceptor throws you into a high-stakes race against nuclear disaster. A missile defense officer is stationed on a remote ocean platform just as coordinated attacks threaten U.S. soil. When 16 nuclear warheads are hijacked, the platform becomes Earth's last line of defense. But it's not just outside threats. One of her own crew is a traitor. As the terrorists close in, she's forced to fight back with brutal hand-to-hand combat, military tactics, and sheer willpower to stop a nuclear apocalypse. The tension never lets up, with every second counting and every decision meaning life or death. Claustrophobic corridors, explosive action, and relentless pressure make Interceptor a tight, edge-of-your-seat thriller that never gives you time to breathe.
Il y a la morale dans tout ça.
Squad 36 drops you into the gritty streets of Paris, where a disgraced cop is forced back into action after 2 of his former teammates are brutally murdered, and a third goes missing. What begins as a personal investigation quickly spirals into a high-stakes hunt through a corrupt anti-crime unit, riddled with secrets, betrayal, and deadly cover-ups. As pressure mounts and the body count rises, our lead dives headfirst into a world of underground deals, crooked officers, and explosive confrontations. Motorcycle chases, brutal ambushes, and a system desperate to silence him. This thriller never lets up. If you love intense cop dramas packed with action and mystery, Squad 36 is the kind of pulse-pounding chaos you don't want to miss. The Wages of Fear throws you into an intense, high-stakes mission where 4 experts must transport 2 trucks filled with highly unstable nitroglycerin across 800 kilometers of dangerous desert terrain. Their goal? To reach a blazing oil well fire threatening a nearby refugee camp and stop it before disaster strikes. Along the way, they face relentless obstacles like landmines, rebel attacks, and treacherous roads that turn this journey into a deadly race against time. Every mile is packed with nail-biting suspense. One wrong move could trigger a catastrophic explosion. With relentless action and tension reminiscent of Fast and Furious, this film offers adrenaline-pumping thrills and edge-of-your-seat excitement for anyone craving a heart-racing adventure. Jewel Thief is an electrifying thriller centered on a master thief forced into stealing the priceless Red Sun diamond to save his father from a dangerous gangster. The story takes you through a high-stakes heist across Mumbai, Budapest, and Istanbul, filled with clever tricks, daring escapes, and heart-pounding action. As the thief navigates intense security systems and a mid-air diamond swap, unexpected betrayals and shifting alliances keep the tension rising. The movie's fast pace and twists make every moment thrilling, delivering non-stop suspense and jaw-dropping moments. If you love action-packed heist films with clever plots and high energy, Jewel Thief will keep you glued to the screen until the explosive finale.
I'm scared.
The king follows Prince Hal, a rebellious heir who unexpectedly becomes King Henry V after his father's death. Suddenly thrust into power, he must navigate dangerous court politics and betrayal while transforming from a wayward youth into a determined leader. As tensions rise, Henry faces the monumental challenge of leading England into the brutal Battle of Agincourt against overwhelming odds. The film explores themes of leadership, honor, and the harsh realities of medieval warfare. Its gritty, realistic portrayal of political intrigue and war keeps you on the edge of your seat. With intense battles and deep moral conflicts, the king delivers a powerful story of growth and resilience that will captivate anyone who loves epic historical dramas.
Victory! Yes, sir! Victory! Yes, sir! Seize these!
Beasts of No Nation plunges you into the brutal reality of a child soldier's life during a civil war in West Africa. The story follows Awer, a young boy whose peaceful life shatters when his family is torn apart by violence. Forced to join a ruthless rebel group led by a charismatic yet terrifying commander, Awer faces unimaginable horrors as he is transformed from innocent child to hardened fighter. This film doesn't shy away from the raw, painful truths of war, exploring loss, survival, and the cost of conflict on the human spirit. With intense emotional storytelling, it's a gripping, unmissable watch that leaves a lasting impact, showing war through the eyes of its youngest victims in a way few films dare to portray.
재능이 몸에 몰빵됐어.
그러진 않겠지만 지금 무슨 오늘 초대가 있었던 거야?
In one of Korea's roughest schools, a notorious fighter suddenly decides he wants to go to college. But instead of switching schools, he forms a study group right where chaos rules. With fists flying one day and textbooks the next, this unlikely student leader gathers a few outcasts to fight for something bigger than survival, hope, but his change sparks trouble. Bullies don't like weakness, and teachers don't expect miracles. As exams draw closer, so do the threats. A brutal beating, a hidden agenda, and a teacher with secrets push the group to the edge.
ليش اسمع كلام؟
Mosul plunges you into the brutal fight to free the city from ISIS. The story follows Kawa, a young cop saved by an elite SWAT team after a deadly battle. Motivated by the loss of his uncle to ISIS, Kawa joins this fearless group determined to reclaim their home. As they navigate the dangerous city streets, they face relentless attacks and personal demons. The film captures intense combat scenes and explores whether their mission is driven by justice or revenge. With gritty realism and emotional depth, Mosul offers a powerful look at war's human cost and the courage of those fighting from within. This one's a must-watch for fans of raw, gripping war dramas.
今度の戦いは死ぬための戦いじゃない。未来を生きるための戦いなんです。
Godzilla Minus One takes us to post-WWE Japan, where a kamikaze pilot named Koichi survives a mission gone wrong but is haunted by guilt. Years later, Godzilla rises again, powered by nuclear radiation from the 1946 Bikini Atoll test, threatening Tokyo with massive destruction. As the city faces devastation, Huichi teams up with engineers to fight back, planning to use Freon tanks to sink the monster. The tension builds as Godzilla tears through the city, and in a daring act of redemption, Huichi flies into Godzilla's mouth, detonating explosives to stop the beast. The story ends on a mysterious note, hinting at Godzilla's lingering presence, leaving viewers eager for what's next in this thrilling blend of history and monster action.